Asia, a land of ancient temples, misty jungles, and shadows that have never been illuminated. In a place where people believe in karma, reincarnation, and wandering souls after death, there are places cursed so tightly that no one dares to enter alone. You might think these places only exist in movies, but they are real. Existing amidst the modern world, with clear addresses and haunting warnings from those who have dared to set foot there. Today, Oddity Vault will take you to explore 7 real haunted locations in Asia. Places where if you step in, you will never step out the same again. Location 1, Aokigahara, the suicide forest at the foot of Mount Fuji, Japan. Not a single bird, no sound of wind, not even a GPS signal. That is what people say about Aokigahara, the dark forest located right at the foot of Mount Fuji, but the Japanese call it by a more chilling name, Jukai, Sea of Trees. Aokigahara is famous as the second most popular suicide location in the world. Hundreds of people have come here to end their lives, and according to investigators, many go without a plan to return. No map, no phone, just a rope and a suicide note. It is said that if you get lost in the forest, your compass and GPS will stop working due to unusual magnetic fields. But what is even scarier is, you will start to hear calls, the voice of someone whispering your name, the sound of the rope tightening, footsteps. But no one is behind you. Some survivors of the journey recount that they saw white shadows flickering between the trees or felt something clinging to their back throughout the trek. No one dares to return a second time. Aokigahara is not an ordinary forest. It is a place where sorrow, despair, and death create a realm of their own, where the sound of souls resonates louder than the wind in the leaves. Location 2, Bangar Fort, the gateway to hell, India. Hidden among the arid Aravalli range of Rajasthan, Bangar Fort is an ancient monument with an enchanting old-world charm. But don't let the moss-covered stone walls deceive you. This is not an ordinary tourist spot. The Indian government has issued a notice prohibiting entry to the fort after sunset. Not because of natural dangers, but because they cannot control what happens inside at night. Legend has it that Bangar was once home to a beautiful princess, and a dark sorcerer fell in love with her. He mixed a love potion into her perfume bottle, but she discovered it and poured it out. Before dying, the sorcerer cursed the entire kingdom. No soul here shall find peace. Shortly after, the kingdom fell, its inhabitants vanished, and the fort became desolate. Today, visitors say they hear the sound of women crying at night, the movement of soldiers in the empty corridors, and sometimes you can feel a chill even in the 45°C heat of Rajasthan. A local guard shared that he once saw a man sneak into the fort at night with a camera. He never left. The camera was found, but inside there were only gasps and darkness. Bangar is not just a ruin. It is a gateway to another dimension, where the past still lives, but is cursed forever. Location 3, Tat Tak School, the most haunted school in Hong Kong. In the center of Tuen Mun, one of the most densely populated areas in Hong Kong, lies the remnants of a long-abandoned school, Tat Tak School. But no one dares to call it the old school. They call it the school that never sleeps. Tat Tak was the site of a shocking incident. A female teacher committed suicide in the changing room wearing a full red outfit. In Eastern culture, those who die in red clothing are believed to transform into the strongest vengeful spirits. Since then, Tat Tak has become the center of unexplainable, eerie phenomena. Students have heard a woman's screams in the girls' bathroom, even though no one studies there anymore. Locals claim to have seen the shadow of a person in a red outfit standing on the second-floor balcony, but never leaving the spot. Documentary film crews that have come here have all faced interruptions. Cameras malfunctioning, memory cards coming back blank, microphones picking up no human sounds. Worse, Many car accidents have occurred on the road opposite the school gate, a place with no turns, no traffic lights. Yet drivers say they swerved to avoid a woman in a red uniform stepping out from the fence. Tat School is not just an abandoned place. It is a place where time has stopped, but the resentment has never disappeared. Location 4, Manila Film Center, the ghost beneath the cement, Philippines. In the capital city of Manila, Philippines, there is a structure that was once hoped to become a symbol of Southeast Asian cinema, the Manila Film Center. But now it stands as a symbol of ambition, obsession, and death. In 1981, under the direction of First Lady Imelda Marcos, the building was hastily constructed in just a few months to meet the deadline for the International Film Festival. The frantic pace of construction led to a terrible disaster. Scaffolding collapsed, burying more than 160 workers alive right inside the wet concrete. But instead of halting construction to rescue the trapped workers, the government ordered the cement to be poured over the bodies to ensure the schedule was met. Those bodies still lie beneath the floor of the main hall to this day. Since then, the Manila Film Center has become one of the most haunted places in Asia. Security staff report hearing knocking from beneath the floor, or screams from the basement, even though no one is allowed down there. A manager recounted that the electrical system continuously flickers at the exact time of the accident years ago. Some people who entered the restroom in the building claimed that they saw a reflection of someone else in the mirror, not themselves. Psychics who have visited here confirmed the energy in this film center is not clean, extremely heavy, and filled with resentment. The Manila Film Center is not just a forgotten monument. It is a tomb, a place where hundreds of souls have yet to receive an apology. Location 5, Old Changi Hospital, the ghost in the abandoned hospital, Singapore. Singapore, a country famous for its cleanliness, safety, and modernity. But amidst the shiny glass buildings, there exists a place that no one dares to mention after dusk. Old Changi Hospital. The Old Changi Hospital. Built in 1935, it was initially a British military hospital that treated soldiers during the World War. However, when Japan occupied it, the place became a center for interrogating and torturing prisoners. The suffocating rooms, dark corridors, and the basement that has never been disclosed are where hundreds of people were executed in silence. After the war, despite being renovated and used for a short time, the hospital gradually deteriorated and has been abandoned since 1997. But what remains, no one can remove. Local residents report screams echoing from the third floor, even though no windows are open. A white figure moving between the corridors without casting a shadow. And some swear they have seen a doctor in a white coat, without legs. An amateur filming crew once sneaked in to shoot a video. They brought infrared lights, temperature measuring devices, and recording equipment. But after a few hours, they gave up. The equipment gradually shut down. One member of the group, who was said to not believe in ghosts, remained silent for 3 days afterward. Old Changi Hospital is not just an old building. It is a place where time cannot erase memories and cannot extinguish the calls from souls yet to find peace. Location 6, Grand Hyatt Taipei. A 5-star hotel and the souls that never leave, Taiwan. Do you think a 5-star hotel is a place for relaxation, unwinding, and enjoying premium services? At Grand Hyatt Taipei, you might be welcomed by special guests that the hotel never mentions. Located in the heart of Taipei, opposite the magnificent Taipei 101 Tower, Grand Hyatt is one of the most luxurious hotels in Taiwan. But behind the lights and elegant attire lies a history that not many dare to delve into. Legend has it that the land where the hotel was built was once a place for the imprisonment and execution of political prisoners during World War II. It is believed that many died there in injustice, without the chance to leave their last words. From the early years after opening, guests, including celebrities, businessmen, and politicians, have continuously reported strange phenomena. Room doors closing by themselves at night. Soft tapping sounds on the glass from inside the bathroom. And the scariest of all, some claim to have seen a person in traditional Chinese clothing sitting on a chair, but with their back turned. A Hong Kong movie star who once stayed here left after just one night, despite having paid for 3 days in advance. He said, "I couldn't sleep. Someone kept walking around my bed all night." Notably, the hotel is said to have placed secret feng shui items in the ceiling to ward off negative energy, including Buddhist charms and ancient coin strings. Grand Hyatt Taipei is not a haunted hotel. It is a place where souls reside, and you are just a stranger in their space. Location 7. Sanji Pod Houses, the Cursed Future City, Taiwan. Once dubbed the Future City of Taiwan, Sanji Pod Houses was a coastal resort project with bizarre UFO architecture. But instead of becoming a symbol of modernization, it turned into a place no one dared to step foot in. Constructed in the late 1970s, the project was abruptly halted after a series of tragedies. Workers continuously encountered accidents, with some dying on the spot while installing column foundations. A project manager committed suicide by jumping from a building for unknown reasons. Transport vehicles overturned on flat roads. Rumors spread that the land was once a military cemetery or a site for ancient ritualistic practices. Instead of continuing construction, the authorities froze the entire project. The dilapidated flying saucer houses gradually fell into disrepair, overgrown with weeds, and became an underground destination for photographers, urban explorers, and those seeking spiritual experiences. Some say that at night they hear footsteps on the roof, voices echoing in the air, even without wind. And most frightening, photographs taken show shadows standing behind, even though the group only had 2 people. Several videos posted online show white figures moving in windows of places that were uninhabited. Finally, in 2008, the entire urban area was demolished, as if Taiwan wanted to forget it ever existed. But the legend remains, and it is said that the souls of those who died during construction still linger where the foundations of the future dream were once laid. Sanji Pod Houses did not fail because of its design. It failed because it was built on a site that should not have been disturbed. Have you felt cold yet? If just one of these haunted locations makes your heart skip a beat, then you, my friend, have just scratched the surface of Asia's darkest secrets. But be careful. The deeper you dig, the closer you get to something that can never be found. Which location haunts you the most? Comment below. And if you are the type of person who craves the truths hidden in the dark, the strange truths that no one talks about, and the mysteries that challenge reality itself, then you have found your sanctuary. Like this video if you want to explore more creepy things. Subscribe to Oddity Vault and turn on notifications so you never miss another journey into the unknown. Your support is the key. It will unlock the next hidden door that we will open together. Thank you for watching until the end. Always be curious, always be brave. And remember, some doors, once opened, will never close again.